Hi there, signs of Virgo. This is Kim with your messages for your next 3-day messages. Hope you're doing good today. Thanks for joining me today for your messages from your spirit guides, your angels, opening up. If you're interested in a private reading, I offer readings like this, similar to this, where it's a private video link, and you can find that information in the description box below. Sorry, I'm already distracted because of this number 44 here that came out. So I'm just kind of jumping right into it. Okay, so I have the Serpent with number 44, transformation. And then I have the Shooting Star with serendipity. And I mean, wow. So 15 and 44, there, 15 in the tarot is associated with the devil energy, which sometimes is linked to abundance and material wealth. And I'm just getting a feeling like this type of transformation is coming in. It's going to have you, like you're going to be sitting in a very abundant energy. So could be something with finances that is really transforming at this time, and as well as other things, but that's just kind of standing out to me that it's a 15 and it's a wish granted, like something's going to happen that lets you know that everything is better than on track, right? Yeah, the initiator, the gatekeeper. The initiator and the gatekeeper. Okay, let's pull from this alternative tarot deck, Forces of Spirit. What do you have for Virgo? What is this wish granted coming? And tell me more about the transformation that's going on too. I mean, the inner world transforms and the outer world will transform too, right? So I have surrender in the reverse and the seed. So the seed is like the design, the blueprint. It is the whole creation in this little package, right? The seed has to be in complete darkness first, and then it has to find the strength to get strong enough to like be cracked open. Sometimes life can do that to you where it just like cracks you open, right? And that's when you reach for the light. It's a really beautiful metaphor when you look at it that way, that you're in the dark, you get cracked wide open, and then you reach towards the light. So you have this inside, all of us have a seed inside of us where there is something that can be manifest that you'll probably really enjoy. All you have to do is not grasp on to something that you've been grasping onto, or let go of the need to be in complete control of the plan, of the divine plan, right? Surrender is in the reverse. So, and just see those hands, like, they're wanting to be set free. The hands are wanting to be free and not holding on to anything too tight, not pushing anything away either, just open and ready to receive, right? That's surrendering. Sometimes we have to surrender to things that we know are going to be good for us, and they do require a hard transformation, such as the seed, like whatever this is, that I can tell you, whatever your spirit guides, whatever your angels are telling you, okay, we need you to surrender to this part, in the plan. Because that's how you find this seed, or that's how this thing grows that you're wanting to. It's going to require a lot out of you. It is going to require that you be broken wide open. So it's not easy. It never is. Whenever there's something that they're constantly on your heart about changing or transforming or surrendering to, it's kind of one of those things where the answer you have always known the answer. It's one of those things. You have always known the answer. It's just a coming to a point of, do we surrender to it? So surrendering may indicate, if it's in the reverse, resistance, difficulty letting go, or exhaustion by trying to control something that is beyond your influence. The effort to hold everything together may be preventing a natural resolution. So don't you feel like the resolution here is actually in the seed? Like, that's the whole thing, but that means it hasn't even begun yet. This is just the beginning. I was getting that message today. This is just the beginning, that we're coming to an end because it's the beginning again. So more on this beautiful transformative time that they're going through. Trying to find the seed. Attraction in the reverse, and turning point in the reverse, and then calling. Like something's leading you, and then joy with the koi fish here on the bottom. Oh. Are you attracted to something that's not good for you? Well, that's common. It is common, but it is the message right here, is that, okay, so there's this turning point. The turning point is when you kind of like make up your mind, like, okay, it's no going back after you know this, right? They're saying that you already have the key, that you already know what is considered like a misplaced desire, right? It's something that you're wanting, or something that you reach for, but we know isn't good for us. Whether that's like a person, could be a person, especially if it's like a unrequited or I don't know, abusive situation. There could be like some sort of pull that they're saying is not good for you, and so there needs to be this key needs to be acknowledged, I think. 66, the turning point in the reverse. Hesitation to act. Delay of change, but it's already approaching. See? So it's like putting off. What I get is the message, I'm putting off something that might be the inevitable here for you. And something is calling you into a specific direction here with calling. This is your higher self that's saying, hey, we need you to go here. Maybe they need you to go into this cave, like need to go deep into the chambers of your heart to figure out, like this lantern. Usually it's a hermit holding it, but this is like it's something that your higher self is calling you to do. I'm getting a sense that this will make you, will have you being like solitary. There may be solitary energy here for a while, or pulling you away from, there's some sort of distraction that's not, or attraction that's not in alignment with your calling, with your divine purpose. So it's causing, I would say that could cause friction in all areas of our life, including like, if we're having financial problems, even family problems, like all of it there's something here where it's related to this thing or this person, but it's related to this thing that that we keep holding on to. So the calling is the inner signal that something meaningful is asking for your attention. The feeling that you're being pulled in a certain direction. We don't exactly have certainty with the calling card either. Like there's not immediate, this is how it's going to be. There is some sort of comfort I get that people have with familiar, with what is familiar. Even when it becomes, sometimes things become a habit that are not good for us, or but they're just predictable, It's like a predictable but a ho-hum existence, not saying your existence is ho-hum, I'm just saying whatever this is like related to. So this is about purpose, inspiration, and the sense that you may be being drawn to something meaningful at this time. It's a transformation. So the seed is already within you. That tells me the key, the answer, this is just waiting for you to make up your mind, the turning point in the reverse. It's just waiting for you to make up your mind. It's like, how much joy do you want? How much joy do you want? How much pleasure do you want in life? Do you take time to celebrate the little things? You know, that's all in there. Virgo, let's get some tarot messages for you. I have the Naked Heart Tarot, so we're going to find out a little bit more about what this surrendering to a divine plan, surrendering to your calling is about. It's the Tower. I think it's sideways. I think it's wanting to come out sideways. This is major transformation, right? Nothing's ever the same. This is an old role, an old identity, an old self, completely split in half. Nothing's ever the same. That's why it's time for this new seed to grow, because this one, this tree, as the tower, which is a really good symbol here, is done for. And the timing could not be more appropriate right now for this type of a transformation. The Wheel of Fortune, okay, this would be Scorpio energy. This would be Scorpio too. And we associate Scorpio with major transformation, right? Major. Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo energies, they're fixed signs. There's something that is fixed, it's fated, it's for you. I'm really getting that the timing depends on you and this decision here. You're going to have to use your intuition with the moon. And I have a beautiful gray wolf on the card too. The moon. Maybe the moon is talking to you also. Like the moon is giving you information. They're saying something is to be received gently. This doesn't feel gentle. That tower energy doesn't feel that gentle. Maybe it's more of a physical feeling I'm feeling. But what comes next, like following your intuition, the path where you don't really see much ahead. You just have, imagine if you just have the light of the moon, right, lighting up your path. So you have the Chariot here too on the bottom. Major Arcana, Pisces energy, maybe a Cancer energy too. So you also have that Chariot. This shadow work, something needing your attention. Whatever the star represents to you, it's a number 17 on the attention. Whatever the star represents to you, that calling is saying you've yet to maybe realize that something can come true, that something you have given up on maybe even is possible. I have closed, and I have reap, and sow. Whew. So if we're closed off, then we're closed off. We're not open to receive. Closed off. is it a debate about what we, so usually the reap is like here because there's rewards from the seed that you have sown, but this seed like there hasn't been attention to it yet, or it hasn't opened. I'm seeing this closed eye as like the seed that hasn't opened yet. But it will, and it leads to rewards for you. So what gets the seed, what helps this, well, this helps the seed crack wide open. The energy of the Tower. Okay, so yeah, that thing, that thing that you're attracted to that is not good for you, whatever that is, that attraction in the reverse. Has to do with that. But it has to do with changing it. It's changing everything. The Tower is changing everything. It's like nothing about you is really familiar to the past at this point. There's there's truth coming in. There's a newness here. Something being balanced out in your life. Justice in the upright. This could be also pointing to new partnerships, collaborations, or contracts, things like that. Wow, I can't believe you have all major arcana that have come out. You have a strength card now too. Strength, Leo energy, justice with the Libra, Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, and the Tower. And the Emperor on the bottom, the Sky Father. I think the Sky Father, or this energy here of putting you in control, I think that's what it's about. Because I have another deck that I kind of flipped through right before, these two cards. Right before your reading, so I'm going to pull them out because I think they are related to this reading and to you, Virgo. I have, this is like something that is about, so the control is taking responsibility for both actions and emotions, stepping up and steering or leading the way, right? And then breaking free, freedom, independent, getting out of a situation, or being on your own now. Okay, so yeah, maybe personal freedom and liberation. It's about that. What else do you want to add? These major arcanas mean big changes, They want you to pay attention at this time. It says look closer, and you actually have your sign, Virgo, your sign on this card with the number 7, which is lucky, but it's also a spiritual challenge. The number 7. So detail, look closer, inspection, research, be careful, pay attention, double check, something is hidden. What are we not looking at, or what do we not want to see? What are our eyes closed to on purpose? What have our eyes been closed to on purpose? Oh, and the beautiful flamingos. You have a lot of angels, by the way. You have 72 out here, and that's a Pisces. But that 72, there's 72 higher order angels with the Kabbalistic, and then there's 72 fallen angel Goetias that are significant, that we think of. So 72, I feel like you've got all 72 angels on your side here. Wanting to bring something together, wanting to bring a soulmate to you, or energy of a soulmate, something that is a better fit, sword and scales in your truth, justice, balance. It does say attraction on here and long-term potential. So maybe you're dealing with a situation where you just have a feeling that it's not going to be long-term, or that something doesn't resonate with your truth, and then this is telling you, trust that feeling, trust that intuition, and break free. Number 14, you're open-minded, always up to try something new. This is talking about making sure that you know what you're stepping into before you step into it. Okay, and thinking really, really long and hard before you make that step or before you make a jump. With I am practical. And then they're saying here this 2014 might be a year that's significant to you also, that might ring a bell. I do want to also quickly mention if you have any court things going on, legal things, justice, that looks good with it being, them both being in the upright here. But the relationship, there's something here about the relationships. Yeah, with 20, you relate to others on a cosmic level. You're dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. I'm harmonious, but like it being in the reverse, there was something about it there. So that's what I've got for you, Virgo. Sending you love and light. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.